What's good, y'all? It's your boy Don Bucks, host of Rappin. I'd like to welcome everybody back to another episode of the Breadwinner Wednesdays. It's another installment, y'all. And guess what? We're going back to the basics. Yeah, we're going back to the basics. A lot of people getting out of hand. We'll get into that after this intro. So today, like I said, we're going back to the basics. A lot of people getting out of hand. People want to trade. People want to do this, that, the third. But we are forgetting the basics. A lot of us are forgetting the basics. And when I talk about the basics, I'm talking about resistance. I'm talking about support. I'm talking about trend lines, right? The basics. I'm not even going to get extra deep tonight. We're going to talk about those three things. With those three things mastered, I mean, looking at it over and over and over again, you're going to be able to see what I see. It's going to make you a better trader, better investor overall. Watch this. Trend lines. We need to know what is the trend. We are looking at SPY. This is all of the top 500 companies of the stock market, all under one umbrella, S&P 500. So as you can see, without me even drawing a line, it's on an uptrend, right? It's going up. So we need to know exactly how it moves. Now, as you can see, it's forming a nice trend line. So how you draw a trend line? We're gonna connect dots. Never connect the dots, y'all. We're gonna connect the dots, man. This shit ain't even hard. We're gonna connect bottoms. Two or more bottom touches. Two or more touches on the line creates a trend line. So as you can see, you have a trend line here. And every time price touches this trend line, it bounces, right? We can see that. So it's on an uptrend on a over the long-term basis. We see that we're on an uptrend. We're looking at a year chart. We can take this line all the way back here. So over the long term, S&P 500 is on the uptrend, right? The point at which a price doesn't go below is called support. That moves on to the next topic, support. This is a trend line, but it's also a support line because that is the point at which the price tends to get supported at. It hits it and it bounces off of it. Over the long period, long term, over the course of the year, this is our trend line. But we can shrink it down to a shorter time frame to know what's going on in the right now, right? And you can do the same thing, draw a trend line and see what the trend is in that period of time. So, as you can see, in the short term, over the past, what's this, month, it's on a downtrend, right? So, let's draw that trend line. We're going to connect the tops. We're going to connect the tops. Boom, boom, boom. Connect it, touch more than two times, right? That's a trend line as well, but it's also resistance because as we can see, every time it touches it, hits this area, it bounces down. Touches it, bounce down. Touches it, bounce down. So this is also resistance. Just like this is the trend line as well as support. This up top is resistance. Right. So, like I said, we can shrink this down into the right now time. Over the long term, we're on the uptrend, but in the short term, we're in the downtrend, right? But let's get some more touches in here. I see some more touches in here. Areas of resistance, right? In this area, y'all see that? This is the area in which it bounced off of. Then it finally broke. Bounced a couple times, broke below it again, bounced a couple times, broke above it again. So this is a level of, it was a level of resistance. Once it breaks, it now becomes support, and vice versa. So now that it broke below that level, this is now resistance. All right. I see another level. This looks like another level. So we know that every time it bounces, it touches this trend line, it bounces up. But we also know that this is a level of resistance. So if you wanted to hop in this trade, you know it's bouncing off its support, going back up to its resistance. Now that you know the levels here, you know that this can possibly end, this run can possibly end at 438. Y'all see that? This is what they call drawing out your play beforehand. Knowing when you get in, when you're getting out. Because if you drew your levels, because here's another level. Even though that's the trend line and there's also support, there's also a level here that goes straight across, horizontal. Right? That's a level right there, more than 2 touches. Shoot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is a pretty solid line of support here. So if you drew out these levels, you know that it done hit this support, it hit this support on the trend line, and it's got to bounce back up. But how far is it going to go up? Based off of your levels, it can go to 438. If it busts through 438, it's going to 442 because that's another level, right? This is how you draw your levels and know your play before you get in it. Here's another level. All right. More than 2 touches. 1, 2. Broke through it. Bounced around up here. It was support. Broke below it. Now it becomes resistance. Right? So it's bouncing off the trend line and a level of support. The next stop is 438. That's how you plan your trade before you get in. This is the basics. This is the stuff that they don't want you to, I guess the people that make this seem like it's all cookies and cream. No, this is the work that you put in. You drawing your support, drawing your resistance levels, drawing your trend line, knowing which way the stock is going in that given period of time. So that's the basics. We had to get back to the basics tonight. Had to get back to the basics. A lot of people was getting out of hand and getting frustrated, and some people quitting because they didn't put in the time to do this simple stuff. How long did it take me? I don't know, 10 minutes, right? You do this, you write it down, you know what you're doing for the next day, right? Plot your trade, support, resistance, trend lines, make you a way better trader, right? So hope that was helpful. If you want to learn more stuff like this live, feel free to join the Breadwinner Society. The link is somewhere in the description. We meet once a week. We go over stuff like this in detail, do live trading. Come tap in. We all need somewhere to break down ideas and whatnot. Breadwinner Society is a place for you. Be glad to have you. So till then, next Wednesday, I'll see you on the next one. And remember, wealth is created on purpose, not by mistake. You heard me? See you on the next one.
You are now